Hey, nice job. We need more.
Thankfully for the Cowboys, they had some easy pickings.
Prescott looking that way. Now he runs up out of the box, sprints to the right. He dumps the ball. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Down by 10 with under 4 minutes remaining, the Chiefs look to close the gap.
Mahomes fires back in the end zone. Caught! At 2 feet in bounds. Yes! Hollywood Brown!
Do the next thing right. Hey, please don't be us to put this away.
Ahead by 3 with 2 minutes left, the Cowboys put the ball in the hands of Dak Prescott on a crucial 3rd down.
All right, what's your play on 3rd and 2?
Honestly, be aggressive.
Prescott, slam Pickett! First down to the 30 and the 25.
Dallas, 31. Kansas City, 28. They went on Thanksgiving.
Dub today. Send them boys back to Kansas City. They don't get no better than this, man. Send them boys.
Time. Got some crumbs on me.
Well, back at Hard Rock Stadium, just 5 minutes into the game, Dolphins injury, Trey Moore, rookie linebacker out of Texas, being helped off the field. Dolphins have liked what he's done, an athletic guy, versatile, but banged up here. Had a real good senior year at Texas after playing his college ball at University of Texas, San Antonio.
You're right, Goldie. They were liking what he was doing. Some really good things out there. Unfortunately, just came down awkwardly, and something's with it's tough.
Well, he got the pressure. Now it's 3rd and 5 for the Jameis Winston and the Giants at the Dolphins' 11-yard line. Winston pressured, steps up, has some room, tucks it inside the 10, the 5, to the pylon. He got there. Touchdown. The veteran Jameis Winston runs it in from 11 yards out.
Defense gave up a soft corner, gave him the room. Jacob Rodriguez trying to get him to before the goal line.
Well, behind Jackson Dart, the veteran Jameis Winston at 32 years old, an effective opening drive. Giants started way back inside their own 20, and Winston led them down the field. Zvada for the extra point, and that is good. So early on here at Hard Rock Stadium, Winston all smiles, but with the diving attempt, gets in the end zone. Giants on top, 7-0 early on.
Your best is required today.
2 NFC leaders went shopping for a win on Black Friday. And as Bears head coach Ben Johnson knows, when your better is at its best, you can't let them rest.
Here's this handoff, little draw, up the middle, and to the right, into the end zone, touchdown! And the Bears lead it.
The Bears took a swift lead, but the Eagles found what they were looking for in the A.J. Brown aisle.
Hurts looking over the middle. Now he's going deep down the far side of the field. It's caught. A.J. Brown. Touchdown! He's got it.
What an adjustment, going back to locate the football and then just prancing into the end zone.
Hey, told you.
Chicago controlled the game on the ground with 281 rushing yards.
There's a big opening for Swift at the 25. Stiff arm to the 30. Stays on his feet to the 35. Hog tied it down. He goes. Huge run. And the Bears' best thing today offensively is the ground game. And the give. Monangai washed out by Jonah Jackson. Clears a path to the end zone for Kyle Monangai. Mighty Monangai.
Even when their ground game was out of stock, the Bears found a deal on a passing touchdown.
Over the shoulder, end zone, touchdown Bears! And the Bears are gonna win again. Bears are going to win again.
We can't false start. Good rush.
Kickoff every weekend with the Kickoff Show on CBS Miami. Join us every Thursday throughout the football season for previews of all the games that matter to you, high school, college, and the pros. The Kickoff Show every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on CBS Miami. Giants won 8 plays, 83 yards, and Jameis Winston ran it in from 11 yards out for the Giants lead. And unfortunately for the Dolphins, they lost Trey Moore, linebacker, on that drive with injury. He's gone to the locker room. Jalen Wright will get another opportunity on a kick return from inside his own 5. Herman, the lead blocker. And Wright out of bounds at the 25. Dolphins offense went 3 and out in the first series. They'll get another opportunity here.
Let's see if they can move the ball. Offensive line's got to tighten up a little bit. Got the fullback in there.
And Wright trying to shake something off after that kick return over on the sideline. So Ollie Gordon is now in at running back. Cam Miller in at QB, won a couple of national titles at North Dakota State, and the years he didn't win them, he made the title game, and he lost to Mark Gronowski, who's the Dolphins' other quarterback, with Malik Willis not playing this week and Quinn Ewers dinged up. Play action for Miller. Short pass, Ollie Gordon with room. Across the 30, 35, first down Dolphins, a pickup of 11.
Nice play. Timed it right. Little screen pass. 2 guys, 2 blockers in front of him.
Ollie had 7 carries, 39 yards last week against the Commanders. Gordon in his second year out of Oklahoma State, where he had a huge career. So the Dolphins get their first down of the game. Gordon remains in at running back. Now the give to Gordon up the middle. Pushes the pile to gain about 3. DJ Campbell, number 63, now in there for the Dolphins. Another one of the draft picks, 6th round out of Texas. Only Caden Proctor dressed for this game for the starting offensive line for the Dolphins, so they're getting the afternoon off.
Trying to get a little push in the middle of there. Caden Wallace in there. Andrew Meyer in there.
2nd and 6, they gave Gordon 4 on first down. Atwell, the jet sweep as he came in motion, and he's forced out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. And a little extra push there. Greg Newsome made the play for the Giants.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been a little room for him to cut back after he gets the ball in that hole.
So after no gain, 3rd and 5. Miller getting an opportunity. Raiders picked him in 2025 in the 6th round. Dolphins plucked him off that practice squad in January. And here he is getting the start today. Has time, goes deep for Coleman. He holds it in double coverage. Kevin Coleman Jr. His first NFL action. Makes a big play there.
Concentration. A lot of hands in front of him. Flags are on the field.
Yeah, it's interference.
Yeah, it's going to be pass interference.
Decline that one. What a catch. Another one-hander was Douglas last week, the rookie in Washington.
That's right.
And now Coleman, the other rookie today. Made a real good catch in the joint practice. Took a big hit, held on to it. The gain was 30 yards. So the Dolphins now, as Coleman checks out for Herman, the fullback, have it at the New York 30.
Nice throw.
Dolphins hope they hit big in the draft. It remains to be seen with those 3 wide receivers,
Yep.
Chris Bell, Kevin Coleman Jr., and Caleb Douglas. Jalen Wright back in at running back, but Miller's going to throw. Has some pressure, and down he goes. Jamison Travis, a rookie, a 6th round pick on the sack for the Giants.
There's really nowhere for him to go. Get rid of that ball a little quicker if he wants to get it out there. He's got a crosser out there, maybe.
So the loss is 4. Coleman back in the game over on the right side. Miller out of the shotgun. Quick throw. Here's Coleman. He's got that quickness right at the line. Slot receiver. Played at Missouri last year and has really shown a lot during training camp. So a couple of grabs for Coleman Jr. It's 3rd and 12, only a gain of a couple on that play. Again, Devon Achane not playing today, getting the day off, so it's Wright and Gordon at running back to start the game. Dolphins also have Edwards, Washington Jr. Handoff on 3rd down, and that ball is loose. Fumble. There's a giant under the pile, and I believe New York's got it, and they do. Wright fighting for it, but it's New York football.
Yeah, that's not going to help. I mean, you got to hold the football. That's a big no-no at this point in the season.
So the Giants come up with the turnover on a 3rd down fumble. And it's 7-0 New York, and their offense coming back on the field here in the first quarter at Hard Rock Stadium.
Maybe 2.
Myles Garrett entered Sunday with 18 sacks, just 5 shy of setting a new single-season record.
118! Watch out! And one mix.
Myles Garrett,
Give me one.
with a smile and pressure.
Myles Garrett sitting on 18 sacks. Purdy, shotgun. Here comes Myles. He's got him! Sack 19!
Go!
He's 4 sacks to break the record set by Michael Strahan in 01
Come on!
and tied by T.J. Watt in 2021.
I don't the meanest jab stuff I might have had this year.
Kittle comes in motion to chip him, and he gives a Euro step to Trent Williams, who's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Garrett's jabs were vicious, but the 49ers' haymakers hit harder.
McCaffrey, he's in for a 49ers touchdown. Purdy looks left, throws left, and a head-high catch made by DeJuan Jennings. Shotgun snap for Purdy, fakes the give, he runs left, he's got a nose for the goal line. The 49ers win 3 straight games for the first time since their 3-0 start.
Best to ever do it, dude.
Appreciate you, baby.
Honor to share the field with you, man. Seriously.
It's my honor. Love watching you, brother. Love.
Love you, man.
Hey, Myles. I love you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Myles. I love you, brother.
Appreciate
it. Well, the rain that we saw about an hour before the game is now back here at Hard Rock Stadium. Giants lead at 7-0. And they turn the Dolphins over. Fumble by Jalen Wright. And let's take a look at it again, Bo, how it developed on this 3rd down
it just
run.
Came out of his hands. There was certainly a lot of traffic in there, but you got to tuck that ball in. Get it up in that armpit of yours.
So Jameis Winston stays in for quarterback at the Giants, and this second drive led him to a touchdown on the first one. They go on the ground to Tracy, and a gain of 3 yards on 1st down. Matthew Butler made the tackle. Willie Gay Jr. is now in there for the Dolphins as Trey Moore has left the game.
Yep.
Dolphins getting a little deeper into the roster now. Rodney McGrew out of Western Michigan, linebacker, undrafted free agent, checks in as well.
Jackson Woodard's in there, and he's getting the signals from Jeff Hafley, who's I would not call him the defensive coordinator, but
he'll be calling the defense. And the rain coming down a little bit harder now. Perhaps Jacob Rodriguez, the rookie, his day may be over already. Winston to throw through the raindrops. He set up the screen. Tracy is met right at the 40, and there's Woodard. Jackson Woodard led the Dolphins in tackles last week with 7. And I'll tell you what, talking to this guy, he's the most positive person you will ever find. Loves football and appreciates the opportunity that he's getting here.
Comes out of the huddle, looks a little frustrated. Someone missed an assignment probably, and comes to make a sure tackle.
He's all ball,
Yep.
and those are the type of attitudes that John Eric Sullivan, Jeff Hafley want. They really like the buy-in on this team, what they're getting in training camp, the physicality and the effort. Hafley has talked about that. Here's Winston, 3rd down with time, throws incomplete. Zane Anderson was out there in the coverage. Pass intended for former Dolphin Tanner Connor, the tight end, and it's 4th down.
He's been around a long time. We had him for a long time, and shows a lot of promise. Hasn't really gotten to the point. Nice throw.
Yeah, that's when you got to make the catch if you're trying to make the team. Yep. Kevin Coleman Jr., a couple of catches already, Bo, in this first quarter in his NFL debut. Will get a chance on the punt return. Jordan Stout will punt for the Giants. Came over with John Harbaugh. He's got few Baltimore guys with him. Stout, a former Raven. Coleman hustles over but won't get a chance. It bounces in front of him. Thought about it. Oh, now has to play it. And he's able to hang on before he's taken down at the 13-yard line. 4:08 left, first quarter. Through the raindrops in Miami.
Holding, receiving team number 27. Penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. It's 1st and 10. Timeout on the field.
Squared off in a familiar fight, but Aaron Rodgers showed up with a secret weapon.
Rodgers gets a snap, back to pass. Looking, going to throw one deep down the right sideline, intended for DK Metcalf. Catches it in stride. A huge gain. All this talk about no air yard completions by Rodgers in the last month. They come right out with a bomb down the right sideline.
Lamar Jackson's legs are always on display. On Sunday, they kept Baltimore in striking distance.
He's in! Touchdown, Lamar Jackson! And the Ravens are back in the game.
Despite Lamar's best efforts, the Steelers never relinquished their lead.
Jalen Warren, a short pass out to the flat, and he goes 38 yards in for the touchdown. Pittsburgh Steelers add their lead here.
Kill it on 3rd down. You got to kill on 3rd down. Way to go.
The Ravens had one last chance to complete a comeback.
The Ravens are knocking at the door. Isaiah Likely, touchdown Ravens. The Ravens take the lead.
Previous play is under further review. Come on.
What? Wait. Hold on. John Harbaugh cannot believe this.
You had 2 feet down. 2 feet down.
In the end zone, you need 2 steps and a football move. They said it's not a touchdown.
And that will do it. The Steelers come to M&T Bank Stadium and
My son told me he'd give me $10 if I score today.
Oh, yeah?
Well, we are back. Jeff Hafley looking on and talking to Chris Tabor, the new special teams coach there, about what went on there on that return. There was a penalty as well on Ethan Bonner, so the Dolphins backed up inside their own 10.
Dolphins are shuffling around a lot of players in and out, trying to see what everybody can do.
Yeah, Tabor's an interesting guy. You know, we talked to him, and as a special teams coach, he loves what Jeff Hafley is doing with the culture. Said, sometimes, it's hot and it's a tough camp. You got to pull guys in on special teams. You know that, Bo. He says, hey, there's volunteers all the time. There's 10, 15 guys that want to get out there on specials. So backed up are the Dolphins to their own 5-yard line. Jalen Wright fumbled on the last drive, right back in there at running back. Gets the call immediately, and he's brought down. Good pursuit by the Giants from the backside there. Play was made by Adarius Washington.
Yeah, a lot of times you see these guys that are kind of on the fringes, and one big hit in a preseason game gets all the attention. Next thing you know, they're on the roster or the practice squad, giving them an opportunity. And it's probably the easiest way to get a job. If it's a veteran team, I would say that's the only way you could get it. But here there's a lot of opportunities everywhere on the field.
And all these games, every team in the league's watching them. It's tape for everyone. Giants bring some pressure. Miller under pressure, and down he goes. The Giants got in there, and Zach Pickens led the charge. Andrew Meyer has to be helped up for the Giants. McFadden was there as well. He's the one that forced the fumble on the last drive.
It's a little bit what we saw from the joint practices, where the defense from the Giants just don't give the quarterback any time to throw the football and look. And somehow they've got to tighten that up. Look, it even happened when you had the first team guys in there against the Giants.
So back to their own 1. Miller in the gun in the end zone on 3rd and 15. Slings it out there to 2-2. Atwell incomplete. He had it at the 10, but couldn't hold on. Paulson Adebo in coverage. And Bradley Pinion will have to punt from under his own goalpost.
Yeah, sometimes you got to help your quarterback out. Gets the ball out there, should be caught.
That's a good throw by Miller, sure.
Yeah. Hear the footsteps coming.
12-year veteran. Pinion into punt. Austin for the Giants back near midfield. Pinion won a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's a heck of a kick. Austin drifts to the sideline. Gets free down the sideline and inside the 40 of the Dolphins. Austin, the former Steeler, with a good return there. Woodard ran him out of bounds. Let's go downstairs to the sideline through the raindrops. Mike Cunha.
Yeah, I'm back out here in the rain with you guys. Yeah, let's get to our practice report brought to you by Baptist Health. We didn't see the first team defense out here today, and that's because of what we saw in that joint practice Thursday. Jeff Hafley, for the second straight joint practice, raving about the way that defensive front played against the run, really limiting Jackson Dart big plays. He also gave a lot of credit to the safeties for the way they were able to cover up receivers downfield. He called the play Thursday from the defense inspired. It was good to see that from that side of the ball out there. He said, of course there are some mistakes, but as long as these guys are making mistakes going 100 miles per hour, he can live with that. Back to you.
Yeah, and interesting, Mike, because, they want, the message to the team as well is, the wins aren't always in the results. Yeah. They're talking about the process, doing things the right way, setting the standard. That's what Jeff Hafley's all about. So the Giants inside the 40 after the punt return. Odell Beckham Jr. is in the game. The former Dolphin and veteran. Little miscommunication there between Winston and Slayton. Incomplete. Today's Hyper-Fast Connection is brought to you by AT&T, and there they are, a handful of former recent Miami Dolphins now on the Giants roster. Odell had 9 catches that year when he was a Dolphin. He's in the game here at Hard Rock Stadium. The original Giant draft pick. 2nd and 10. Beckham all the way to the right side. They run it to Tracy up the middle. Gets a hole across the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. That'll be a first down.
They just ran through a tackle. Got to square up.
Gain of 11 for Tracy. Of course, saw the highlights. He missed that block on a blitz last week against Minnesota, and Jackson Dart got pounded. John Harbaugh wasn't too happy with it. It's going to happen, though, you know that, but they don't want to see that. Dart not playing in the game today. It's Jameis Winston's show to start. Tracy again up the middle. Bounces outside. Inside the 20. And that's another first down for the Giants. Michael Taft there for the stop finally.
Got to be frustrating. They bottled him up, and then just the contain broke down, gave him that lane outside.
So after the gain of 11, Tracy gets 12 on that run. They stack up the line. Tracy still in there at running back. Closing in on a minute to go in the quarter. Winston, play action, flips it out. Has his tight end, Willie Gay Jr., there for the stop after a 6-yard gain.
You don't got to worry about Willie's motor out there. He's going to go out there and play, and he's going to play with passion.
Willie Gay Jr. won a couple of Super Bowls with Kansas City, and every day they come out of that after the stretch inside at the Baptist Health Training Facility, and it's usually Willie hooping and hollering as they take the field for practice. So the Giants now a 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins 10. Tracy fell down, fumble, ball is loose. The Dolphins jump on it. We'll wait for the official call, but Jackson Woodard is out of the pile for Miami.
Looked like it was a bad handoff. The connection.
Yeah, the rain's been coming down for 10-15 minutes now.
Not Harbaugh, not really. So, you're not going to let that stuff stand for very long.
Yeah, that's right out of his hands, and a good effort there by Woodard. He was battling Tanner Connor to get to the loose football.
Good effort there.
Well, Woodard's always active. You know, he makes plays. Had a good tackle earlier in the quarter. Comes up with the loose ball there. Dolphins take over on their own 10.
It makes something positive on defense. Hopefully the offense can get the ball down the field and make something happen.
Miller with the fake over the middle. Atwell. And that is incomplete. Deontay Banks there in coverage for the Giants. Looked like Atwell had an opportunity there.
Yeah, it hasn't been a good game for Tutu. He's just got hands on the balls, but just hasn't been able to pull them in. You got to catch that.
Atwell, the Miami native, played quarterback at Miami Northwestern, was the Miami-Dade Player of the Year one year. A little dinged up with the Rams last season, and now with the Dolphins as a free agent. So 19 seconds to go in the quarter. Wright trying to find a hole and moves that pile ahead. Got about 4 yards with the good effort on the final play of the first quarter. So each defense able to come up with a loose ball on a fumble in the first quarter. Jameis Winston, a touchdown run for the Giants. And at the end of one at Hard Rock Stadium, it's 7-0 New York.
Dolphins preseason football on CBS Miami is sponsored locally by FPL, working for you every single day. By Baptist Health, the official medical team of the Miami Dolphins. By Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Shop toyotaofhollywood.com. And by Loctite Impact, the official windows and doors partner and proud roofing partner of the Miami Dolphins.
To go hard, bro, in front of the world, show off. Let's do it. Let's get a win today. Pray for your brother. Play for your brother, man. The next man that's beside you. Let's do it. Family on three. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family.
It's true. The Browns do have a star-studded rookie class. But it was Titans rookie Elik Iomanner who made the best first impression.
Ward backpedaling, throwing. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Iomanner with a touchdown.
All right, let's go.
Browns rookie Quinshon Judkins eventually made his presence felt.
He's at the 45, midfield, Tennessee 40, to the sideline 30, Quinshon down the sideline, and he's tackled at the 3! Let's go! still running, now out to the right. Shador's going to scramble. He's at the 5. He's got a touchdown! Browns are within a score.
Down 8 with a minute to play, Cleveland needed a touchdown and 2-point conversion to send the game to overtime.
Looking left, pressure, throwing back, corner. Bannon goes up high, and he brings it down. Touchdown! Browns need the 2 to tie the game. Back to Quinshon. He's going to fake the reverse. He's got it. And now he may throw. Now he reverses field. Now he throws it back all the other way to the other side, and it's incomplete. Oh, my. What was that? But it's over. Browns lose 30. But it's over. Browns lose 30.
Mile High, the top seed in the AFC, the Denver Broncos, the number 2 seed in the NFC. The Green Bay Packers getting set for action here today.
Hot as it could be. It's been cloudy and drizzly here at Hard Rock Stadium for this home preseason opener for the Dolphins. They'll play the Falcons next week to wrap it up. And a 7-0 lead for the Giants after the first quarter. Jameis Winston, 5 for 8, 57 yards and a touchdown run for New York. Jeff Hafley's quarterback today, Cam Miller, 3 of 7 for 41 yards. A little misleading. He's had a couple of drops.
Yep.
So 3rd and 6 now for Miller. And the Dolphins at their own 15-yard line. Each team with a fumble in the first quarter. Miller over the middle, incomplete. Deontay Banks broke it up. Kevin Coleman Jr. again. They're giving Kevin Coleman Jr. a lot of reps here. Getting a workout was the intended man.
Hey, Miller's putting the ball on target, quite a bit here. Just not getting much help from his wide receivers.
Yeah, and Banks, a first-round pick in 23 for New York, able to make the play there. Coverage. Mark Gronowski, the only other Dolphins quarterback in uniform for this game, so we'll see how long Miller goes. And Pinion had that one go off the side of his foot. And the Giants going to have good field position here to start this drive. Back downstairs to Mike Cunha on the sideline with a special guest.
Dolphins running back Devon Achane. Last week, I noticed you really didn't get hit much in the backfield in that game against the Commanders. What have you seen from that new retooled offensive line?
Like you said, we didn't get no tackle for loss, and that's good in football. I think I had like 4 or 5 yards every time I touched it, and that just we just building off strong from last year. Like I said, they great together, man. Like I said, even though we got a rookie on the line, he can hit in there like he a vet, and you see them guys work together, that brotherhood that they got, and it's real well for us.
Your head coach has joked about the amount of touches you might get, but what does it mean to you when you have a new head coach that believes in you that much?
It means a lot, man. Like you said, new head coach, you got a whole new coaching staff. Like you said, they believe in me, and it's like I said, it's a business, and like you said, he said I was gonna get like 40, 50 touches and that, but that's good though, because I'm a running back, like to run the ball, and my whole line good with that as well.
You've got more than 30 career touchdowns, catching, running the ball. You got a new deal to show for it. How has things changed for you, becoming more of a leader, becoming a vet in this locker room?
It kind of, just felt just the role that go with it. Like you say, I'm RB1 now. I'm like a vet in the room. Everybody, we got a young team, so it kind of, fell into my lap. Like you say, and I've gotten better. Like I said, I had a lot of great leaders before me, and it kind of helped me out.
Devon Achane, thank you so much. Best of luck this season. Appreciate it. Guys, back with you.
Mike, thanks so much. You talk about that great year last year for Achane. Not only led the NFL in average yards per carry, but at his size, some people may be surprised, Bo. He also led the league in average yards after contact on runs last year.
I tell you, he's not a big guy, but boy, he's durable. And I've seen him down on the sidelines come out a little nicked up. Never comes out. Always wants to be in there. Catches the ball, runs with the football. This guy is he's been outstanding since he stepped on the field here for the Miami Dolphins.
One of a trio along with Aaron Brewer and Jordan Brooks that got contract extensions. Dolphins want to reward those types of players and people. Winston on 3rd down in trouble. Fires towards the end zone for Beckham. It's broken up and incomplete. Marco Wilson was there in coverage for the Dolphins.
Keith Cooper put a little pressure on.
Yeah, now the officials are getting together here.
Pass interference. Offense number 82. Penalties decline. It's 4th down.
So that's away from where the ball went. That's on Calvin Austin. Dolphins won't take it with the incompletion. And the Giants will try a field goal.
You know, just like in the joint, the Giants are having their way with this football team on both sides. And you know, we're going to go through that process until the regular season starts and they finalize all these things where, you know, this is going to be a revolving door. You know, even this week, you know, I think it's the coaching staff's going to get to the point where, look, if they see a guy that they know is not going to make the team, just let them move him on, get somebody else. Hopefully you find a diamond in the rough by doing that. But there's going to be a lot of movement between now and the time the first game starts. A lot of movement on this football team.
Zavada helping his cause, trying to win the kicking battle. The rookie out of Michigan with a 43-yarder. 10-0 game, second quarter at Hard Rock.
It's a perfect night for it. Let's be great, man.
In his 14th season with the Bucs, veteran linebacker Levante David is still stacking his tape with big-time hits.
Let's go!
Tampa's offense welcomed back their veteran leader. Mike Evans returned after missing the last 6 games and hauled in 6 catches for 132 yards.
Downfield, it goes for it, Evans. It is going to be caught. Mike Evans leaps in the air and grabs it.
I think the ball got away from Mike Evans. Watch this. He has to take it back away from Kobe Bryant.
Ah! You know! You know!
Down 14 in the 4th, Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts got the Falcons within striking distance.
Snap to Cousins. Tampa brings the pressure.
Oh! Hey! Push off! Push!
Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. 28-26 Tampa.
Captain Kirk Cousins needed one more drive for the win.
This is it. 4th and 14. Throws it downfield. Sills, did he hang on? He did. David Sills the catch. It's a first down at the 37 of Tampa. So Atlanta with a chance to win this on the final play of the game. Kick by Gonzalez. It is good. Fly home safely. Atlanta wins. The final tonight at Raymond James Stadium. The Falcons 20 at Raymond James Stadium. The Falcons 20.
Well, the Giants now on a 10-0 lead, and well, after the short punt, not much of a drive. Brought to you by Nissan. Visit NissanUSA.com, your local dealer. They go 4 plays and 5 yards. That's it. So good job by the Dolphins defense, despite Bo. Kenneth Grant is out. Jordan Phillips, Zach Sealer, Zeke Biggers, Jordan Brooks, all not playing for the Dolphins in this game today. But the D's able to get the stop. Now Jalen Reagor, the wide receiver, gets an opportunity on a kick return. And here he comes to the near side across the 20. Flags come in from the backside as he's run out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
It's going to be a holding of the Dolphins.
Well, that would be the second special teams penalty.
During the return, holding. Receiving team number 32. 10-yard penalty. It's first down and 10.
That's safety Lonnie Johnson Jr., the veteran, called for holding.
It's tough on those blocks because you don't know where the running backs go or the receivers, the kick returners going. You're trying to push a guy outside, see if he's going to cut back, but he kind of runs right into the tackle. And not a lot you can do about that.
Yeah, some of those penalties, that's what'll bother, Jeff Hafley. Wants to really, have this team be disciplined. Ollie Gordon with a big burst, but a flag comes in all the way out to the 37-yard line, but this one's going to come back for holding.
Another hold. Nice run.
Holding, offense number 67. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
So Cam Miller backed up once again, Heck with the hold. And, so much so that, we saw the Ollie Gordon, personal foul last week after he got kicked and he flipped the ball at the guy. Jeff Hafley this week said about the pre- and post-snap penalties, and he probably sounds like a coach that you played your entire career for. He said they're selfish and they're disrespectful to the team.
Yeah. And look, you just can't have it happen. It is discipline. Sometimes it's going to happen just because you get out of position, but it's those cheap little things that, look, in this team this year is not going to be good enough to be able to win games if you're beating yourself through penalties throughout the course of the games. And so, and all he can do is just keep pounding it in, and if guy just keeps doing it, the best thing is sit down. You got to sit down on the bench a little bit and think about it. And but look, we saw it last week with Ollie, and I thought he handled it really well. Took him right out, went face to face with them, and then went back to and got back again when they looked at the films, at the tapes, and reinforced, hey, we're not going to have this. It's not going to, we're just not going to tolerate it.
Second and long for Miller. Out in the flat, and he's got his man. That's Will Kazmarek, the rookie tight end out of Ohio State, a third-round pick for the Dolphins. Newman made the tackle.
Yeah, Will's been a nice addition. I mean, he's an inline blocker. I mean, he blocks. When he blocks you. He's got the ability to catch the ball. I think they were surprised maybe about how well he catches the ball and the way he runs routes. I think they were thinking he's going to be just one of those blocking guys. But I think that tight end room, when Ben Sims comes back and Dulcich, it's going to be a pretty nice piece of this team.
Yeah, Kazmarek, we talked to him yesterday, said he thinks the Dolphins surprised both Washington and the Giants in the joint practices with the physicality. Yep. Maybe they weren't expecting that based on the past. Third down now for Miller. The throw in tight coverage. And the catch is made by Taj Washington.
Nice.
He had a man blanketed all over him. The Depot was in the coverage. I believe it's short. Yeah, it'll be a couple of yards short of the first down, though.
And we want to just concentrate on the football. That guy was all over.
Taj Washington, went through some injuries last year, a former 7th-round pick out of USC. He's going to have to do more of that to make the roster. That was a good catch. Another pretty good throw by Cam Miller.
Yeah, he's done nice back there. I mean, he's had pressure on him, and sometimes he's just stepped up in that pocket, made positive throws. Didn't get a lot of help from some of his receivers, but he's putting the ball on the money.
Gibson from his own 29, fair catch for the Giants. They've got a 10-0 lead in the second quarter.
It's Bears-Packers. It never gets old.
Yeah, we earned this. Yeah, we earned playing games like this today, fellas.
You can hear the crowd is cranked and loud. It's going to be one of those nights.
Let's go!
Bears-Packers, nothing more needs to be said.
Down 16-9, Cairo Santos played the role of Santa, answering Caleb Williams' Christmas wish.
The ball is loose. Let's see who's got it. Bears ball. They recovered an onside kick. Fourth quarter magic is somehow continuing here in Chicago. Comes down to this. 4th and 4. 28 seconds to go. Chase got to lob it right corner of the end zone. Up in the air. Catch made by Jay Walker. Touchdown. What? Are you kidding me? That throw to Ja'Day Walker. We're going to overtime.
In overtime, you don't want to let the game slip through your fingers.
They fumble the snap, picked up by Emmanuel Wilson. It is Bears football. They take over with a chance to win. Next score, a win.
In frigid Chicago, it was fitting that the Iceman called game.
Caleb, play fake, looking to throw, going deep, searching for DJ Moore. Touchdown Bears! It's over in Soldier Field. The Iceman cometh. The Iceman taken. Iceman cometh. The Iceman taken.
feel like Joe Burrow is just kind of like super even the whole time.
The Price is Right is coming to South Florida for a casting call. Join CBS Miami at Toyota of Hollywood this Friday, August 28th, to audition for your chance to be on the show. No purchase necessary. Learn more at cbsmiami.com/contests. Well, you see Jordan Brooks on the sideline. Bo, you usually don't see the rookie linebacker, Jacob Rodriguez, very far away from him, soaking it up.
No. I mean, look, who better to listen to than Jordan Brooks, what he's done, and like you're saying, Rodriguez, he just wants to be a sponge. Learn all he can from all of those guys. Each of those linebackers, they can give him a little something extra. But look, he's everything you expected and maybe more this early in his going.
Limited playing time last week. Looks like very limited here today as well. Giants take over their own 29. Winston play action. Has time. Looks. Flings it out to Singletary. Willie Gay Jr. ran him out of bounds after a pickup about 6.
A little zone coverage. Looking at the quarterback. Was able to come up and get him short of the first down marker. Well, he's just a solid guy when he gets in their plays.
Well, that was the big question last year, right? He had the great preseason, and the team struggled out of the gates, and why he didn't play more was a question.
Well, Dotson and that duo of Dotson and Brooks, I mean, it was, you need dynamite to get those guys out of the game.
Singletary across the 35, gets close to the marker. Dolphins then push him back. Ethan Bonner came up, along with Cam Riley, who was just signed the other day, linebacker. So 3rd and 1 for the Giants. Riley, 2024, played for Florida State. Dolphins brought him in. Also Steven Dix, another linebacker, at some point played for Florida State. He was signed as well. So 3rd and 1. And they give to the up man. And it looks like it's good enough for the first down.
They just got to push in the middle. They're able to get a couple yards.
Yeah, he just got it at the 40. So a new set of downs. Kyle Lewis, linebacker out of Pittsburgh, now in there for the Giants. Dante Trader Jr. in at safety. He'd been banged up in camp, so good to see him on the field here today for the first time. New set of downs for Winston. Send Austin in motion. Winston's going to throw. Pressure. Finds a man, though. Inside Dolphin territory. It's Slayton taken down by Marco Wilson to the Miami 41 and a first down. Pickup of 19 yards.
Easy throw, catch, good route. Soft coverage.
Yeah, Juju Brent's out of the Dolphin lineup, and Johnson and Marshall have left the game, so veteran guy like Slayton gets to work against some of these corners, trying to make the Dolphins roster. And a burst through the line. And a big gain on first down for Singletary at a Deerfield Beach. Playing at home here today.
John Harbaugh comes to this Giants team with a big resume, great coach, 18 years with Baltimore. And then he gets a number of really good draft picks. At 2 first-round picks, big guys, you get a big linebacker, you get a big offensive lineman, you get some other guys, and he goes out to training camp and has a tough training camp, 9 days of just one tougher practice after the other, and that's the type of team that this team can look forward to. The Dolphins next year. Because now, look, we all know what you got 40 some odd guys on 1-year contracts.
About half the roster.
About half the roster. And when we saw last week, your front line guys are pretty good, on both sides, offensive line, defensive line. You're trying to find those edge rushers. It's when we first started training camp, you go, geez, who's going to be the wide receiver? But now all of a sudden, we got 3 rookies that are playing well. You got Marshall back there, and so or Washington, back there, and you're starting to see something there. But there's going to be holes in this team that they're going to have to fill.
Uh-oh, it's Odell Beckham Jr. He likes that. Crowd buzzing, first down.
So they're going to have to fill those holes. But I know when you get in the regular season, I think you're going to be seeing a completely different product than what we've been seeing during the preseason. And there may be 8, 10, 12, 13 players that aren't here right now on this roster on opening day.
Yeah, that's possible. I mentioned, Riley and Dix, a couple linebackers that just got in. So Odell Beckham Jr. trying to make the roster. Shows well there, and the Giants have a first down at the Miami 14. Jameis Winston's having himself a nice first half. They go on the ground here. Singletary has no room at all. Dolphins got some penetration that time. There's Odell. They say, hang on, not going in just yet. Jackson Woodard made the tackle for the Dolphins. Gain of 1. Odell's having a little laugh there. Well, he had that good year a few years ago for John Harbaugh and the Ravens.
Yep.
And came here to Miami a couple of years ago, was, played what? Half the games maybe?
A little bit, yeah.
A few grabs, that was it. Closing it on 5 minutes to go in the first half. 10-0 New York. Singletary bounces outside. 10-5. He finds the end zone. Touchdown. Giants. 13-yard run for the South Florida native, Devin Singletary.
Well, that's about the third or the fourth time where they, kind of dipped inside, and then the perimeter kind of crashed in on it and got the bounce out for long yardage. It's tough.
And again, you talk about that depth for the Dolphins. Chop Robinson didn't play in this game, but hey, give the Giants credit. They've been efficient, doing what they need to do. That's Austin Clark, defensive line coach, having a conversation with Jeff Hafley. Came over from Green Bay as defensive coordinator, the new head coach of the Dolphins, Hafley. The extra point. Zvada is good. And the Giants with 5:06 to go in the second quarter. Up 17-0.
Good, Bill. Stay with it. Stay with it. Come on, babe. There you go. There you go. Stay in that tempo every time.
I take a lot of pride in because there's a bunch of guys who done came from the same neighborhood I'm from. Marshawn Lattimore played for the same high school, went on to O State, and did great things.
Interception, Marshawn Lattimore.
Dante Whitner.
Oh, he's hit hard.
Ted Ginn.
2 kickoffs back-to-back by Teddy Ginn.
That's definitely one of the things I wanted to do when I was growing up. Like, I looked forward to playing for O State one day. That's always been a dream, so I take a lot of pride in that. Feel good, knowing the work I put in towards it, knowing, stuff that people didn't see, that was the steps that got me to there, so.
Reese truly announced his arrival, tallying 9 tackles and 1 sack.
Great little move right here. Watch Arvell Reese. He's going to turn his eyes out here as if he's going to drop in coverage, and then he goes on the stunt or the delayed blitz right there from his linebacker position. That's an NFL nuance right there.
Arvell Reese, the junior from Cleveland. They love his aggressiveness. Baxter. And he won't get it. Texas coming up short. Arvell Reese. Goon Squad.
In just 1 year as a starter, Reese became a consensus first-team All-American and is projected to be a top 5 pick in the 2026 draft.
Wrestled to the ground by...
The 2026 draft.
Wrestled to the ground by...
We can't false start.
Now the latest scoring drive in the game brought to you by Nissan. Visit nissanusa.com or your local dealer. 9 plays, 71 yards, a little over 5.5 minutes for the Giants. Devin Singletary played college ball up in Boca at FAU. on a 13-yard run for the Giants. Jalen Reagor, the veteran, had a couple of kickoff returns last week against Washington, averaged 22 yards apiece. Trying to resurrect his career and get a roster spot from inside his own 10. 30, 35. And good blocking and return for Reagor before taken down finally by Muasau. Stay with us at the half. The search for this year's CBS Miami Natmore Trophy winner continues. We'll profile 5-star wide receiver Amir Sears of Columbus High School. You can go to natmoretrophy.com and nominate your favorite South Florida high school player. And be sure to stay with CBS News Miami. All coming up at the half. Ollie Gordon, the running back. Cam Miller remains in at quarterback for the Dolphins. Miller has Traore, another one of the Dolphin rookies, but taken down pretty quickly. Got 3 yards on the play. Nick Jones on the tackle. Seydou Traore, 5th-round pick out of Mississippi State. Grew up in London, England. He was born in France. Chris Tabor, special teams coach, and he plays a lot of specials, and said, you know, they have a little fun when he comes in the room. They all say who, and they say do.
They're looking for a fullback. They want to have a fullback in this offense.
Yeah, DJ Herman is in now. Actually played linebacker at San Diego State. Here's Miller, play action, scrambles around, buys some time. He's going to go to the 40 and out of bounds. So no room there and no gain on 2nd down for the quarterback.
Yeah. If it's not open, just make something happen. I always get nervous when those quarterbacks have that one hand on that football and they're running around.
Well, now you get nervous. You used to love it because you could get that big paw right in there and slap it away back in the day.
It was like a big brownie that you just want to knock out.
See, now you're getting everybody hungry. Everyone's trying to be healthy here in the booth, and you're getting everybody hungry as we approach halftime. 3rd and 6, Miller going to run again up the middle, across midfield. Cam Miller slides down at the 42-yard line. Pickup of 17 yards on the scramble.
See the hole, good awareness. Pretty good protection by the guys up front.
And, you know, you're seeing some things from him, you know, in this game. He's had a couple of drops, but you see him run it. It's part of the reason last year the Raiders picked him in the 6th round.
Well, look, he's, you know, with Ewers out, he's going to be out for a while. I mean, it certainly gives him, he'd like to get as much playing time as he can and solidify a spot for him during the regular season. I think he's pretty close to having it right now.
Banks with a good play, running Gordon down from behind, and oh boy, Ollie Gordon is down. He went down on that, you know, right shoulder arm. Dolphins earlier in the game had linebacker rookie Trey Moore out of Texas leave the game, and now Gordon is down on the field. And there's Banks from the backside with the tackle.
You know, you see guys get hurt, that shoulder hurt when that arm right there, see, gets that arm tucked in and you land right on the point of your shoulder or elbow, just jams it up in that shoulder. That's a tough situation. It's not fun.
Now they're still working on Ollie Gordon, 2nd year out of Oklahoma State with the Dolphins.
Had a big run earlier, called back.
Jeff Hafley, head coach, out on the field now. Hafley in his first year with the Dolphins as head coach, defensive coordinator for Green Bay the last 2 years. They were top 10 across the board. You know, he really turned things around there. Green Bay loves to disguise the blitzes and the simulated pressure. And Good to see Gordon walking off on his own.
He likes the guys that are going to be the starters up front, both from the rush edges and from the inside guys, with the linebackers they've got, with all the different things that he wants to do formation-wise, moving people in and out during the course of a play call where they're calling the signals and just bringing a guy down, bringing some guy up. And you have some guys that have the opportunity, the ability to do multiple things. You can cover, you can rush. And that's going to give him a lot of leeway to do exactly what he wants to do.
So Jalen Wright comes back in at running back. 2nd and 9. Here's Wright, right side across the 40, and sneaks through to the 36-yard line. He picked up 5. Ollie Gordon, as we approach halftime here in the 2-minute warning, makes his way to that Dolphins locker room.
Cole Turner had a pretty nice block in that. Give him some room to run.
And one of the tight ends trying to grab a roster spot is Turner. They'll huddle up here, but they won't get the play off. So the Dolphins trying to get on the board late in the first half. When we come back after the 2-minute warning, it'll be 3rd and 4 for Miami at the Giants' 36-yard line.
Smooth is fast. Be liquid. Okay. I like that.
Water? Denzel's just working on smooth transition in and out of cuts. His stature is 6'3", tall guy.
Well, I was born in Boise, Idaho. And then after that, I moved to Washington, Puyallup, Washington to be exact. For me, severely under-recruited. I may have got my first offer sophomore year, which might sound crazy. Didn't get many offers after that going through high school, I was on the brink of possibly playing FCS at one point. And, 3 weeks before signing day, I got an opportunity to go to UW and showcase my talents. And I was very blessed and able to receive that offer.
In 2 seasons as a starter, Boston scored 20 touchdowns. Following Roma Dunze, Jalen McMillan, and Jalen Polk, Denzel Boston is the latest Husky receiver looking to make his mark in the NFL.
My mindset is a kill mentality at the end of the day. When I'm on the field, I love to play mind games with DBs and, kind of make them feel like they have me. But knowing myself, you don't have me. I don't want anyone to be able to go home after a game against me and feel accomplished. I want them to feel embarrassed to see their family.
More yards today for Boston receiving than Boise as an offense.
I'm in Orange County right now, and I'm training. I'm training for the Combine, and it's amazing here, truly. I'm training for the Combine, and it's amazing here, truly.
Hyde, the top seed in the AFC, the Denver Broncos, the number 2 seed in the NFC.
Here's the kickoff, and it goes to Robinson, who takes it by the scrimmage.
Dude, this is a big game. Okay, fine.
Whoa, you got the game?
Yeah. Go.
Are you guys watching the game?
Yes, it's NFL Plus.
It's 4th and goal, and the clock continues to tick.
Oh, no.
What will they do?
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus, and keep the NFL in reach.
Well, the 2-minute warning. The Giants on top, 17-0. Quarterback Jameis Winston and running back Devin Singletary with touchdown runs for New York here in the first half. Rain has completely stopped, so just a humid, cloudy late afternoon in South Florida in August. Usually have the night games here in Miami. This is a rare 4 o'clock start Eastern time, so a lot of kids here at the game today. Dolphins have a 3rd and 4. Cam Miller has gone all the way in the first half in at quarterback. They go 3 wide. On the ground to right, and he is met immediately. Caleb Murphy, the linebacker, got the penetration. A gain of maybe a yard, that's it. And the Dolphins will kick it on 4th and 3. Riley Patterson, who was 27 of 29 last year on field goals, comes in. This will be a lengthy one, 53-yarder.
You wonder why it's a preseason game. Why don't you just go for it? But you got to find out who your kicker's going to be. There's a competition there, and got to give them that opportunity.
Pinion, the holder. And Patterson, as mentioned, great last year. On the money there with plenty of distance from 53 yards out. And he gets Jeff Hafley's Dolphins on the scoreboard here in the first half.
There you go. You want to walk off the field with a goose egg up there.
So a couple of good Cam Miller runs at quarterback on that drive for Miami. Little lean there from the head coach.
Didn't need much of a lean.
The body English. Well, it's the angle, Bo. Hafley couldn't tell.
That's right.
He doesn't have a monitor. He doesn't have a TV down there.
It was a quarter lean.
I mean, the nerves are always there. Jeff Hafley, before being defensive coordinator at Green Bay the last 2 years, was head coach at Boston College for 4 years. Yeah. Veteran in the NFL. His first big job at Pittsburgh in college, Dave Wannstedt hired him, and Wannstedt is somewhat of a mentor and someone that Jeff Hafley relies on. So we've seen Wannstedt, former Dolphins head coach, around training camp a bit in the OTAs and here in the summer.
Talked to Dave about him a couple weeks ago, and he said, he was just this guy hanging around, doing whatever. And he said, what do you want to do? I'd be a football coach. He goes, okay, give me some coffee. So he started as the coffee guy, and then he got to just kind of walked his way up the ladder, which a lot of these guys have gotten here, kind of like Eric Spoelstra.
Right? Miami Heat head coach, He was the video coach back in the day, relentless worker, put in all the hours. So here's a look at new Dolphins head coach Jeff Hafley, where he's been over the years. And his defensive coordinator, even though, as you mentioned, Bo, Hafley's going to call the defense. But Sean Duggan, in many of those stops, has been with him for 9 years.
He is, and so he's up in the booth. Hafley's down in the field calling him. It's going to be interesting.
I mean, you talk about a straight shooter, whether it's you hear from the players or we get to talk to him or with the media. He tells it like it is, Jeff Hafley, trying to establish a new culture in Miami.
He was asked early on, what's it going to be like, being on the sideline calling plays? Because I did it 4 years in Boston College. I've got some experience, maybe not at the NFL level, but I've been down there before, so I don't think it's going to be, and certainly it's not going to be an issue for him. But I like that combination. And he wants to be down on the field and call the plays just to see and get that feel of what's going on down the field, and I like that.
And as mentioned today, Matt Nagy, veteran coach, was a head coach in the league, is the new Giants offensive coordinator. Last week against Minnesota, he was upstairs. He's given it a try downstairs this week to see where he likes it.
Yep.
So it's all matter of personal preference, right? For whoever's calling it, offense and defense, where they like to be.
Yep. Yes, it is. Usually the defense coordinator, usually it's their whatever they want, wherever they want to be, wherever they're most comfortable. Look, John Harbaugh, he's got a new defensive coordinator.
Yep.
He's got a new offensive coordinator, both. It's you get into a new team, you get the guys that you like, the guys that you know, the guys you're comfortable with, and I think with the coaching staff for Jeff Hafley and John Eric Sullivan, I think they're very comfortable with these coaches they've got. They've been doing a really good job. They're fundamental guys. They teach technique, all the types of things that are going to make a team better, even if you don't have the personnel that you need to be where you want to be at the end of the season.
Former Dolphin Tanner Connor with the catch, run out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Giants trying to get something before the half ends. Bobby Slowick was a holdover, so he is the offensive coordinator. And interesting with the Giants, you mentioned Harbaugh, just how much experience. You start adding up the years that the Giants have on the offensive staff with, of course, a guy they hope is a superstar in Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of experience, the Giants do, offensively on their coaching staff.
I think the Giants are going to be. I think they're going to be a surprise this year. I think, Harbaugh's not going to settle for a lot of, mediocre play.
Nearly intercepted there by A.J. Green, the third.
Maybe a
little flag coming in as well. So there was contact there in the secondary.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. Stop foul. Automatic first down.
And it is on Green, so
kind of grabbed him on the break.
And it was on Odell Beckham Jr. made that inside move. There's the grab. So the Giants now have it at the 38-yard line. They got a couple of timeouts left. 34 seconds to go in the first half. Good pursuit there by McGrew, undrafted free agent out of Western Michigan for the Dolphins, and Keith Cooper in there as well.
Just collapsed down on the backside, was able to get him behind the line of scrimmage, and nice shot. Or at the line of scrimmage. You need two guys on every tackle, that'd be nice.
McGrew and Cooper combined there, so the Giants use timeout. They've got one left. Second down at the 37. Jameis Winston has had an efficient first half, 12 of 16.
I think Jameis might want to go to the end zone for this one.
He was 0-2 last year when he started, but he played some good ball for the Giants in those games. It wasn't the offense's fault, that's for sure. 32 years old. Winston. And incomplete. Slayton cut it inside, and the ball went outside. Green again in the coverage. So Green, and it was actually Odell Beckham Jr. again, intended man. Oh no, it was Slayton. Okay. Little physicality there.
So Jameis Wilson, a pretty talented guy. Football player, quarterback, Florida State. Doing the World Cup stuff. He was the
broadcasting, yes.
The ambassador of the World Cup, it seemed like.
He's good on
all
TV,
over the place.
He's like yourself. He's a worldly guy. Played in the NFL and then all the other ancillary things. And the play clock ran down there on Winston. I think he's upset. He didn't think it was set correctly. But he won't win that argument. And John Harbaugh, don't tell Harbaugh it's a preseason game. Just standing there shaking his head. Harbaugh won that one Super Bowl in Baltimore, averaged 10 wins a year, but last year, didn't really go their way. They missed the kick on the final play of the season, and that was the end of the era.
I think he walked into that building and said, hey, we're going to play tough, and we're going to be hard, and we're going to coach you hard, and we're going to start winning football games. We're going to change the atmosphere and the culture in this team right here and right now. And so he's going to be tough on him all the way.
Completion, and then the yards after the catch by Austin. He makes a big play. They want to get up to that line. Well, instead of spiking it, they will call their final timeout. So a gain of 20 yards.
Final timeout by the Giants.
Winston to Austin.
30-second timeout.
Now they're in field goal range at the 22. Austin's gotten a workout today.
Yeah.
Of course, Malik Neighbors is the superstar for the Giants. That tough injury last year. They like what Malachi Fields, a third-round pick out of Notre Dame, has done. In fact, Fields was picked 74th. Then the Dolphins took Caleb Douglas one pick later at 75. Chris Bell went later in the third round. Again to Miami.
Yeah, I think they're pretty happy with their the top four guys that they drafted. I think they're all going to be a big part of their offense. Defense.
Zvada waiting to see if he gets a chance for another kick. Winston to throw. Short pass in the flat, complete. Tracy is run out of bounds by Cam Riley. That gets it a little bit closer. They got time for one more at least. So to the 14-yard line now, the Giants. Odell Beckham Jr. to the bottom of the screen there. Split out. Winston looking that way, throwing that way. Beckham off his hands and incomplete.
Wow, got to catch that.
OBJ, maybe he should have gone up with just one hand. I mean,
that's his thing. One hand.
Yeah, don't do it with two. He's better with one.
Wow.
That's a good throw by Winston. Miles battling coverage there for the Dolphins. So they'll try again. 9 seconds left now. It's third down.
First charge timeout for the Dolphins.
All right, the Dolphins want to get a timeout here.
So Odell during pregame warm-ups, he comes out and they're running little routes and the quarterback's just throwing. So he one-hands one, and the Giant fans went crazy.
Hey, he made that catch in that nationally televised game against Dallas all those years ago.
Yeah. He's lived off that one catch for a long time. Not to say he hasn't been a good player in the league, but that thing put him at the top of the heap for a long, long time.
Well, he's back with the Giants, back with Harbaugh. They were together in Baltimore. So 9 seconds left in the half. This is third down. Battle again. On that near side, matched up with Beckham Jr. See if Winston goes there again. He's looking there. He does. And this time Odell's got it out of bounds to the 10. Just gets it a little bit closer. Battle was, playing way off there.
Yeah.
Just trying to prevent, the touchdown. So they took the short pass. Now Zabata's gotten an opportunity here at kicker in the first half of the Giants. Gets another chance. In what should be a chip shot, 27 yards. Made his kick earlier in the game. And flags come in. That'll be on the Giants. The operation not running well there for New York.
He's going to hear about that.
It's fourth down.
Yeah, those pre-snap penalties.
I mean, field goal. How do you do that?
Quickly, what can you share with us? It's a family program. What would Don Shula say when someone did that back in the day?
I can't say.
You can't say anything.
You can't.
Not even the G-rated version. No, you can't. You can't clean it up, Bo. You can't clean it up.
I can't throw that jargon out.
All right, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. Back to a 32-yarder now for the rookie. And he got it again. That is good to end the first half here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. So the Giants take a 20-3 lead into halftime. Stay with CBS Miami as we send it back to our news studios for the latest news and weather. Our own Jalen Gilkey will profile a nominee for this year's Nat Moore Trophy, and then Mike, Kim, and I will be back with the FPL halftime report and the second half following this news update.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored locally by FPL, working for you every single day. By your South Florida Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, together let's drive. By your South Florida Audi dealers.
Indiana's D'Angelo Pons had a storybook season, helping the Hoosiers take down his hometown Hurricanes to win a national championship.
I'm from Miami Gardens, 20 minutes from here. It was kind of hard to be a Dolphins fan growing up, if I'm being honest, but I was a Hurricanes fan though. It was a full circle moment, just playing in the stadium that I grew up watching them play in.
The game in late January makes it tough to prepare for the Combine in February. now just 15 days away.
It was definitely a quick turnaround for me compared to everybody else. They got like a little head start. Just taking it one day at a time. I have a track background. I try to translate track to it. I'm gearing up for my track meet. Learning technique for the 40, just getting better each and every day.
As an undersized corner, he needs to prove that he's lightning fast.
Fast, physical, and relentless. Coach Ignetti playing me as a freshman at JMU and him trusting me out of high school when other coaches didn't believe in me.
Pons with the pick.
That's the reason I went with him out of the portal. I would be lying if I told you I thought we were going to win a national championship. The last 2 years have been the best 2 years of my life. Winning a national championship was just a dream come true. Winning a national championship was just a dream come true.
When you talk about the hardest running backs in the league, you got to mention Josh Jacobs every time. Josh got an ability to run hard, but also make you miss in open space.
He breaks through! Josh Jacobs taken down by the 5 by Byard.
How did he do that?
Oh, what a special run.
I've always been a fan of his game. He has that burst, or he's quick through the line. He's explosive. But then, like I said, if he can lower that shoulder and run you over, give you a little move and lose a defender. He has a little bit of everything to his game.
A guy like him, you know he's running extremely hard every single play. Defense wears down. They're not going to want to keep tackling.
Terrific finish on the touchdown run by Josh Jacobs.
21 seconds remain, 4th and 7.
Deep drop, under pressure, lofts the ball, it is caught by Isaiah Likely at the 25-yard line. The Ravens are in field goal range with 12 seconds remaining. Another epic classic between these two teams in the greatest rivalry in the NFL.
And this field goal attempt will decide the AFC North champion. Here's the snap, here's the hold. Here's the boot by Luke. And that kick is no good! It's wide right! He missed it! Luke missed it! And your Pittsburgh Steelers are AFC North champions!
The Texans were decked out in their battle reds. And before long, Josh Allen was seeing red from every direction.
Now steps up in the pocket, pressure coming, and he's sacked from behind. Absolutely drilled. You've got to get the ball out. If you do not, you are a dead duck against this defense.
With the offense stuck in the mud, Buffalo's special teams got them back in the saddle.
Bounces off a tackle, spins, and he's out to the 40. Cuts it back 50. He's going to go the distance. Happy birthday, Ray Davis! All the way for a flip into the end zone. And they're going to get the first down. Up the sideline is Shakir, and he's out of bounds at the 26.
4th down and 6 at the Houston 22-yard line. Airing it out. Allen picked off by Bullock. It's over. A magnificent performance.
It's a one-score game. Loveland away at the 20. Tumbled down inside the 15.
16-8 Detroit. Bears trying to tie it up.
Low caught. Touchdown.
So the Bears now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game.
Caleb looking for somewhere to go with it. Throws it over the middle. Caught. Commit. And the Bears tie the game.
With 1 minute left in the game, the Lions came crawling back.
Jared play action fake, sets the pocket, throws middle, got Amon-Ra. Down to the 35-yard line, spinning away from a tackle. Down to the 30, left side 25, and he slides down there.
Trying to give the Lions the W.
It is up and it is good. Yes. The Lions win it on the final play of the game.
In his third career start, rookie Tyler Shuck encountered a determined Falcons defense.
From the pocket and sacked. And guess who? Brandon Dorlus. Atlanta got one from Arroyo, one from Jalen Walker, 1.5 from Pierce, 1.5 from Dorlus. My goodness. Falcons got to Tyler Shuck today and made it count.
With Michael Penix Jr. out for the rest of the season, it was Kirk Cousins' time in Atlanta.
Picked off, Justin Reed, far side 30, 20, he's got one to beat, cuts back, Justin Reed, touchdown!
Cousins proved vintage is always in.
Shoots it to the end zone. David Sills, the first career touchdown for David Sills. Cousins looking, he's going to sail it from Mooney. Darnell Mooney, touchdown Atlanta. Falcons are winners, snapping a 5-game skid.
The Texans were decked out in their battle reds. And before long, Josh Allen was seeing red from every direction.
Now steps up in the pocket, pressure coming, and he's sacked from behind. Absolutely drilled. You've got to get the ball out. If you do not, you are a dead duck against this defense.
With the offense stuck in the mud, Buffalo's special teams got them back in the saddle.
Bounces off a tackle, spins, and he's out to the 40. Cuts it back 50. He's going to go the distance. Happy birthday, Ray Davis! All the way for a flip into the end zone. And they're going to get the first down. Up the sideline is Shakir, and he's out of bounds at the 26.
4th down and 6 at the Houston 22-yard line. Airing it out, Allen picked off by Bullock. It's over. A magnificent performance by the Houston defense.
Your son's over here?
Yeah, he's right there. He's got your jersey on. He's got the white hat on right there.
What's up? Did you buy your shirt?
Yeah.
That shirt, the dancing shirt.
Oh, no. What dance are you going to do today?
I got another one playing with Blue. Me and Blue got another one. Trust me, it'll be funny.
Where's your shirt? Oh, my God. You didn't put no long-sleeve shirt on. You're crazy.
Bro, it's not that cool.
They expect them to be loud on the first play and on the first third down. It'll be loud, right?
Playoff quarterfinals, Alabama offensive tackle Caden Proctor is back to business preparing for the combine.
We're in week 5 here, O-Line Masterminds at Sports Academy here in Dallas, Texas. And why I chose this was, Duke Manyweather, he's one of the best offensive line trainers in the world. When I was in middle school, I started watching him and how he trained some NFL vets coming in, and to know that they come here and get trained by him, it just tells you it's the best place to be.
Nice. Hey, on that last landing, a little too narrow, toes out. Caden possesses a rare combination of size in terms of length, overall muscle mass, and then his ability to bend and his explosive power. What we're trying to do is say, these tools that you have, let's give you the instructions to let you know how to use those tools.
Proctor's tools were on full display this past season against rival Georgia.
They got Caden Proctor, the big tackle on the left side. They're going to throw it to him. Proctor muscling down near the pylon. Are you kidding me?
I want to be remembered as one of the toughest, grittiest offensive linemen that's ever played the game. I want to be known as a Hall of Famer. I want to be known as a nice guy on and off the field. And I just want people to know that I took my time and honed into my craft and know that I worked for what I got.
Hey, Big Sexton on 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey, Big Sexton on 3, 1, 2, 3.
I feel like Joe Burrow is just kind of like super even the whole time.
Got some crumbs on me.
Iceman. Joe Ice.
I had a little waffle.
Pressure doesn't get to him. He's cool, calm, and collected in any environment and under any situation.
Burrow fires toward the end zone.
Nice.
Caught. A slant to Jamar Chase.
Bubbles.
His arm talent is one of a kind.
There's small windows, and then there's whatever that was that he just threw through.
He just lets it go and trusts in his guys to go make a play, and he's been making a ton of plays too.
Burrow drops back from the 10, floats it high and deep down the sideline. Higgins with the catch.
He's dangerous every time he's healthy, so you got to be ready to go.
I love Joe Burrow. I loved his game, loved his mindset and mentality. Doesn't say a lot, doesn't need to say a lot because he's so good.
My son told me he'd give me $10 if I score today. Oh, yeah? I definitely. I need that $10.
Can't stop you. They can't stop you. Cowboy, you can do it all, baby. You can do it all. You can do it all. Come on. Hey, Mom. You put 2 cats. Not 1 but 2. You're the quickest in the land. There you go. DEP, the youngster making his debut. Ah.
Why y'all just keep clouding my boy? I want to throw it to him.
There ain't a lot of that. Oh, we know that.
I believe in our defense. Let's go! You a bad man! You a bad
Dix Jr., another linebacker. So, John Eric Sullivan is looking around like every GM, but maybe even more so, particularly at the bottom of this roster, to see, hey, is there somebody somewhere else that maybe is better than one of the guys that we brought in, and let's give this guy a look.
Quite frankly, there's a big chance. There's a lot of teams that are going to cut guys that are better than some of the guys that we have. It's just a fact. And so the opportunity for them to move guys out, and look, I would expect this week you may see 3, 4, 5 other guys moved out and just bring some of those guys that you think are have a better opportunity to make this team.
Well, big second half for those players in those roster battles, that's for sure. Major Burns was first there on that tackle on the kickoff return by Bankston, undrafted free agent, Damon Bankston out of New Mexico. So the Giants will get it first here in the second half, and Brandon Allen is now in at quarterback for New York. Like Winston, another veteran. He's 33 years old. He's played 19 NFL games and was with the Titans last year. Allen in his 10th year. Eric Gray is in at running back, so presumably Tracy and Singletary, who carried the load in the first half, will be done. Cam Scatterbo did not play today. He played in the opener. And Willie Gay Jr. with a good tackle on Gray there. Loss of 2 on the play will bring up second down and 12.
Max Llewellyn trying to get some pressure on the quarterback, did a little bit. This team really sorely needs pass rushers, edge guys. We talked about that earlier in the program, and they just don't have the personnel that you need, and so they're going to have to try to find some guys. Llewellyn, he's been probably played as well as anybody else other than Chop Robinson in the game last week, and so he's trying to buy a spot here and doing everything he can. But you see on the other side hardly anything coming across. So that's a good, to me, is one of the biggest point of emphasis on this football team going into the regular season. You got to find some way to get pressure on the quarterback. In this game, in this NFL, you can't get pressure on the quarterback. It is going to be a long, long season.
Gray with the catch again there. Riley on the tackle. So they get some yards back, and now it's 3rd and 3 for the Giants. Brandon Allen operating out of the shotgun. They spread it out. Now Gray jogs back into the backfield. Llewellyn's in there on the edge, the 7th round pick on the near side out of Iowa. Trying to get there. Allen on the move, buys himself some time, throws, and Gray makes the catch. So 3 straight passes from Allen to the running back. And the Giants get a new set of downs. Dante Trader Jr. in coverage, second year for Miami.
Good hustle by Alex Huntley trying to get to him before he gets to the sideline, coming from that inside tackle position.
Major Burns now in there at safety for the Dolphins. You know, people ask, hey, Major Burns, how'd he get his name? His mom was at a game at the University of Texas. Major Applewhite was a quarterback. She heard the PA announcer say it, and she said, that'd be a cool name, and there he is, Major Burns. Roddy McGrew on the tackle for the Dolphins on Gray. Gain of 2 for the Giants. Dolphins have one preseason game to go. That'll be Friday night here at Hard Rock Stadium against the Atlanta Falcons. The only question everybody wants to know, will Tua Tagovailoa, the former Dolphin, play in that game? You think
they have no choice.
You think the Dolphin starters will play a bit? Look forward to that. There's the pressure, and Allen goes down. Coleman Lyles got there. Cam Rice recently signed, was around as well. So Coleman Lyles was a guy that was let go in camp and then brought back. Good effort.
Both sides.
Now, does Rice get a half a sack on that or no? Is that?
I think he may.
Get a little piece?
Yeah.
All right.
So.
You know, anytime there's a guy 58 for the Miami Dolphins, you got to give him a little stack.
Give him a little love, you know that.
So now 3rd and 17. Completed pass. Good looking play by the Giants. Get some yards back into Dolphins territory. A.J. Green III made the tackle on Gibson, and New York will punt.
You know, talking about 58, when I retired, the equipment manager was a friend of mine. In the next in that year, he didn't give away my number.
Yeah, Bobby. Yeah.
So the next year, he gave away my number, and my wife says to me, says, "Geez, I thought they were going to, retire your number."
Right.
And I go, "Well, if this guy has 10 good years, maybe they will retire."
It's still got a chance. That is fair, caught by Atwell. Back at the 10. Giants up by 17 here in the third quarter.
I've always been a big guy. I did have to grow into my body a little bit.
One of our favorites in this group, Caden Proctor, the tackle out of Alabama. You better get ready for this guy.
First off, I want to welcome you guys all to the Combine, okay? Of the thousands of guys that play college football, the NFL only selected 329, and you guys obviously all made the cut.
Caden Proctor, folks, throwing it down, the big boy. Out here, what he wants to showcase, he told me, you're going to see the athleticism, the strength, the power, his change of direction. He said, I'm good at it all.
I did some crazy stuff.
9-1.
9-1 broad jump. It was pretty cool.
That Proctor's a good athlete.
Look at the vertical. 32 and a half. Best.
32 and a half inch vert. That's some legendary stuff right there. So I feel good about that.
He actually jumped higher than Mark Ingram did, so it just gives you a little bit of context there for what he did.
I feel like it, overall, pretty well. It's just been long days. It's made to break you, but, you got to stay locked in, and I had fun.
And here's Big Proctor. Watch him showing you the type of athlete he can be. That's 352 pounds going through that drill. Just different level of athlete.
Going back to Dallas to pack up my stuff, go back to Tuscaloosa for a little bit and sleep in my own bed. It's been a long 2 months, and I feel like I've earned that to go back and chill for a little bit for, Pro Day on March 20 for a little bit for, Pro Day on March 20.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
To listen to today's game in Spanish, choose SAP on your viewing device. It's presented by Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Visit ToyotaofHollywood.com. Steve Goldstein, Kim Bokamper, Mike Cugno back with you on this Saturday, soon-to-be evening at Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins take over, and Mark Gronowski is now in at quarterback. So Cam Miller got the first half. Gronowski, the undrafted free agent. And, before he played at Iowa, he played at San Diego State. Now, we mentioned Cam Miller won those two FCS titles.
Offense, number 67.
The 2 years that he lost to Mark Gronowski. It was South Dakota State against North Dakota State for 4 consecutive years. These guys lit it up.
Yeah, Jeff Hafley's not going to be happy for that. Pre-snap penalties, killers.
And by the way, the conversation we've had about the roster, the Dolphins have made a roster move during the game. They waived Nick McLeod before the game. They picked up Jayante McMillan, a cornerback from the Colts. So the transactions continue. Gronowski gets free, avoids the safety, and throws it out of bounds. He was under pressure there and got rid of it.
There's that right side just creeped in there.
Gronowski in 2023 won the Walter Payton Award for the best FCS offensive player. Fotu and Alexander there on the interior. You saw the Giants' defensive line. So 2nd and 15 now for the Dolphins. On the ground, a Washington Jr.'s got some room on the outside and gets to the 17-yard line. Nick Jones made the tackle, but this is coming back. It's holding on Miami.
Got a number of holding penalties.
Holding. Offense, number 1. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Well, that's on wide receiver Jalen Tolbert.
Not the way you want to start the second half.
Correction. Penalty, he had forced half the distance.
There you go. Preseason as well for the officials. Only a 3-yard penalty, but it was a big gain. Here's Tolbert in the middle. It was on Nick Jones who eventually made the tackle.
When you get an opportunity to get a hold on those shoulder pads, it's hard to let it go.
Washington Jr. was tied up in the backfield by Trace Ford for the Giants, and then Zaire Barnes finished it off. So it'll be 3rd and long for Gronowski. Tough spot for him to come in here. He's got good size at 6'2", 226. Led Iowa to 9 victories last year. Carlos Washington Jr. now in it, running back for the Dolphins. Couple of seasons with the Falcons. Ollie Gordon left the game, unfortunately, for the Dolphins with injury earlier. So did linebacker, the rookie Trey Moore. Look out, Washington Jr. wrapped up at the goal line. That's Barnes again. And it'll be inside the 1 where the Dolphins will punt.
The ruling on the field is the runner's forward progress was stopped on the field of play. 4th down.
So not a safety by about 6 or 8 inches.
Yeah, you got some of your third string offensive linemen in there. And in that drive, they had multiple problems.
Well, a punter cannot be any further back in the end zone than Bradley Pinion is right now. Gibson in midfield to receive for the Giants. And Gibson has a chance from the 50. Outside to the 40, 30, flags all over the place. He gets to the 20, and then Pinion's the punter, that tripped him up. This will come back.
Boy, the Dolphins have had trouble on defense, on special teams, getting up the field and making things come inside. They've always got, seems like every time they got a soft corner where they can pick up 5, 10, 15 yards and run like that. Sometimes someone's got to bring things inside Turned into a funnel.
During the return, holding, number 41 of the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
That's the linebacker McFadden for holding. So the Giants will start right in midfield. And there's the hold, 41 in blue. 20-3 Giants, third quarter at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
From D'Angelo's Pond in Indiana. Here, D'Angelo Ponds is looking to make a splash.
We DBs, dog. Dirty boys, all right? Turn this thing up.
We're at the NFL Combine. We're here now.
1 o'clock. 2, 1, 2.
D'Angelo Ponds, really interesting prospect. He's a guy that was the defensive MVP. Is, of course, the Hoosiers went on a national title run.
Okay, you can talk about the height all you want, vertically challenged. He's added a little weight since we last saw him. But there are a lot of guys who look like this who can play in this league.
He has one more jump. It's a long way up from JMU to Indiana to national champ. For any true competitor, reaching higher isn't a question. It's in your DNA. The real question is, how high can you go?
Can jump.
Oh boy, can he ever.
43 and a half, best.
Did a 43-inch vert. A lot of people saying I was floating in the air.
Ponds will get one more showcase in front of scouts. His pro day is 50 miles down the road at the home of the national champs, where the 40-yard dash awaits.
Yeah, you're about to be in a whole different world now, man.
Thanks.
And you're gonna love it, man.
Yeah.
Just all. You're gonna love it, man.
Yeah.
Just all.
I feel like Joe Burrow is just kind of like super even the whole time.
Got some crumbs on me.
Well, on this Saturday evening in Miami, Hard Rock Stadium, Giants lead the Dolphins 20-3. A couple of first half touchdowns for New York. Jameis Winston was very effective at quarterback. Now Brandon Allen is in for the Giants. They start this drive first down at the Miami 47. Gray remains the running back. Gets the call and nothing doing. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Coleman Lyles was in there, along with a couple of others for the Dolphins.
Ethan Robinson came in and stacked him up.
So a gain of only one. It's second down and 9. Giants deeper into the roster here in the second half on offense. You saw guys like Slayton and Singletary and Tracy in the first half. Dolphins got some pressure from Cam Rice. Pass complete, though, to Gray, able to pick up the first down. Allen getting up. Willie Gay Jr. getting helped up as well. Dolphins got some pressure in there. Good job by Allen getting rid of it. Gain of 10 on the play.
And Riley, 2 successive good plays.
So new set of downs for the veteran Allen at the Miami 36. Gray's going to get a workout here in the second half. Allen looking over the middle short. It's Gray again. Willie Gay Jr. on the tackle. Pick up a 5 on first down. So Dolphins play the Falcons to wrap up the preseason on Friday night. And then they will start on the road out in California in the regular season against Las Vegas and San Francisco back-to-back.
A lot of rotation on this defensive front. Alex Hundley running in.
Handoff to Gray, picks his way inside the 30 and gets first down yardage to the 25. Boogie Huntley made the tackle finally for the Dolphins. The Giants effective here. Allen and Gray, the quarterback running back combination. Ajabo comes in for the Dolphins along with Llewellyn on the edge now. First down. Play action to Gray. Allen rolling, throwing, and that's complete to the 15-yard line. The tight end, Fedoni, for the Giants.
But tough for a right-hander to throw the ball going that way. He squared up enough to be able to get the ball out. Didn't have a whole lot on it. He was able to get it out there.
And Major Burns trying to get there with the pressure. Effective drive here by the Giants. Fedoni in his second year was a 7th-round draft pick last year. Giants, of course, have Isaiah Likely and Theo Johnson at that tight end position. Here's Gray up the middle. And that'll give him first down yardage. There's Steven Dix, the linebacker that was just picked up in the last 24 hours. It's the Giants' 5th trip in the game into the red zone. They'll give to Gray. Outside he goes. And inside the 10. It was Green that got in the backfield and just got a piece of him.
Yeah, thought he was going to bring him down by his ankle, just couldn't quite pull it down. A.J. Green the third.
Gray now 5 carries, 17 yards in the game. And he's caught 5 passes for 32, so plenty of touches for the running back. They're inside the 10. Allen barely gets it off and throws it away. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. That was Brandon Allen's first incompletion. He had been 7 of 7 for 51 yards.
We're going to Ajabo to see if he can get a little pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, Ajabo on the edge. Coleman Lyles as well for the Dolphins. Here's Allen in the shotgun on 3rd down. The empty backfield. Throws end zone. Incomplete. Too high for Fedoni. There were 2 Giants in the area. Now we'll see what the call is. Yeah, they'll kick it here. So, mention they've got 2 kickers in camp. Zvada was very good in the first half, the undrafted free agent. Yeah, see, Fedoni and Hodgins were right near each other. So now it's Ben Sauls, the other kicker. Looks like he'll get the action in the second half. This one from 27. Sauls is perfect. And the Giants open it up at 23-3 here in the 3rd quarter.
Other guys and, get to show my talents at the same time and, just be able to go out there and show what I can do in front of all the teams, all the scouts.
One of the other guys that could go in the first round is Denzel Boston. His measurements are similar to guys like Drake London and Tetaroa McMillan.
Boston won't run the 40, but will participate in the vertical, shuttles, and position drills.
All right, Denzel's going to be the first one.
35, best.
Denzel Boston, can't wait to watch him work here, Rich and DJ.
Yeah, he's been really good when he can go high point the ball. He can really climb the ladder and go get it.
Boston catches 22 of 26 passes, but he's a perfectionist, and he's disappointed with the drops.
You're good. They just want to see you get out routes, bro. That's all they care about. It's a different quarterback, different atmosphere, bro. Pro day, that's when that film.
Wasn't my best day today. You know, you're not going to have a great day, a perfect day every game. No, the fact that today just wasn't the best day every game. No, the fact that today just wasn't the best day.
We can't false start.
Today's Fan Cam is sponsored by your South Florida Audi dealers. First home game of the preseason of the 26th season for the Dolphins. And now the fans were in the parking lot tailgating as always. And here inside the stadium, first of 2 home preseason games. Been the Giants who've had the advantage, 23-3. The latest drive, 10 plays, 38 yards for the Sauls field goal. And Sauls will kick off. 2-2 Atwell is back at his own goal line for Miami. Sauls sends it right up the middle, and Atwell's got a chance. Tripped up at the 30. Raheem Lane made the tackle on special teams for the Giants. So Mark Gronowski comes back out for the Dolphins. Second half belongs to him. Was in a real tough spot, backed way up. Near his